Hi Life Church. This week we're just thinking about the idea of what's inside us, what sort of stuff is going on inside us. And when we bump into somebody else in our life, in our family or at our work, what kind of spills out, what comes out? Is it anxiety and fear and irritation? Or are we full of love and strength and peace? And when we bump into people, that's what they get. And most of us, if we're really honest, we probably struggle with what's inside us, and often fear or anxiety or upset comes out. And so we've been using the story of Mary and Martha to just help us and reflect on that. And you'll see my kind of reflections on that in the talk from Sunday in the live stream. But I think one of the interesting things when you think about Mary and Martha is Mary is sitting at the feet of Jesus, focused on him, looking all kind of peaceful and listening. And Martha's in the kitchen and she's distracted and she's upset and she's longing for recognition. And I wonder what would happen if they swapped over. If Martha, who's in the kitchen and she's harried and stressed, if she went and sat at the feet of Jesus. And then if Mary got up and went and worked in the kitchen. And I don't know for sure, but I've got a feeling that if Mary was in the kitchen, that she'd still be like just that kind of peaceful, still place, living from a restful centre. And if Martha had went at the feet of Jesus, I still think she might have been distracted by many things. Because what's inside us goes wherever we are. It's not always the external circumstances. We can blame our circumstances for what's going on inside us, but often what's inside us goes with us. And so what I want to encourage you on your own or in your life groups or find somebody to talk to is just to do three things with this story. And the first thing I want to do is just encourage you to share with your group or share with each other what it's like inside you. So if inside you was a place, or if it was a location, what sort of place or venue is it? Is it that deserted, peaceful island? Is it a war zone? Is it the sales at New Year, or is it a wonderful restaurant with joy and peace and laughter? What is it like inside you? And share whatever the location is that best matches that. So suggest to do that first. Second thing I'd encourage you to do is to get the story out of Mary and Martha in Luke 10, chapter 30, verses 38 to 42. And just read that slowly, maybe in two translations, and just let it sink in. It's very rich. There's lots of words and verses in there, and just slowly ponder it, slowly read it, and perhaps then just share and reflect in your group or with your person you're discussing it with, whatever strikes you. What are the phrases? What are the words that strike you, that kind of strike a chord in you? And perhaps just share that with each other. So first, share kind of what's going on inside, what location. Secondly, reflect on that story, whatever resonates, connect. And third thing I want to invite you to do, if you feel kind of prompted by the Spirit, is to share how you will be a bit more like Martha this week. How will you attend to the presence of Jesus? Don't say that's what you should do, or yeah, I'm going to do more of that. Just how are you going to do it? You know, in the talk yesterday, I suggested you set an alarm which intrudes in your day at a certain point, and in that moment you stop for 5 minutes and attend to the presence of Jesus. Maybe you have a daily walk. Maybe there's other things that you could do, but share practically and specifically how you're going to attend to the presence of Jesus. And then if you're brave, if you're really, really brave, ask someone to keep you accountable. Ask someone in a week's time to ask you, how did it go? How did it get on? And I prepare for you and me this way as we reflect on that, as we attend to the presence of Jesus, is that our cup will be transformed. What's inside us will be transformed, and we'll find that fruit of the Spirit of gentleness and self-control and joy and kindness being evident more and more. Bless you. Have a great week, Life Church.